only if every day started this epic. Welcome back everybody to Ark Annunaki Evolved. Today we're testing out and myth-busting poison drakes. It's whether or not their damage or if they damage more for bites or fire. So let's get started. So what we need to start off with is the target dummy. They're called training dummy. So I've already crafted one, and it's the remnants of my inventory. So let's go ahead and get that placed. We're going to put it up here with us. Okay, so there we go. So as we use it, if you notice when we punch it, we only get 16 damage. Okay, so every punch we get 16, and the DPS is damage per second. So if we punch it as fast as we can, it gives us 16 each punch and 29 damage per second. So that's how the training dummy works. Okay, so now we're going to try it with the drake. This is my poison drake, called Little Sleep. It's not a real high level drake. I'll show you his stats in a second. Let's get him in position. There we go, right over the training dummy. So with a bite, we get 2012 melee. Okay, so here's his stats. It's only at 419% melee. So not super high, but definitely does some damage. Okay, so let's try the fire. Oh, sorry, we're going to do, melee per second. Sorry, I almost forgot to do that. So as you can see, if we do the bite continuously, it's 2012 per second. So melee is 2012. Now fire is 251. So if we hit it as many times as we can, we get 151 damage per second. So the fire is roughly 9% of what the total damage is. Or pardon me, it'd be close to 11%. Sorry. Anyway, so it's, like I said, fire does much less damage than what melee does. Okay, again, 2012 per bite, 251 per fire. Okay, so biting definitely does more damage to something you're trying to tame than the fire does. Okay, so next we're going to find ourselves a helpful suspect, a wild dino. Oh, here's a T-Rex, that'll work. So we're going to knock it out. And it's going to help us do this test. So what we're going to do once this is down is we're going to test how much torpor each of the different attacks actually induces. Okay, so let's take a look at the stats. Alright, so this has got 6,600 health. It's currently at 5,500. And it's got 14,900 torpor. So we're going to let this drop quite a bit. And then I'll bring you back, and then we'll do our testing. Welcome back, everybody. Had a little mishap with a Sarco attacking the T-Rex we were testing with. So I had to run back to my base and grab some more stimulants, which at least that's not very far away. So, of course, the T-Rex is almost right outside my base. Here, as you can see, I have multiple ways. Oops. Get back up here. Multiple ways in and out of my base for flyers. Okay, let's get back over to this T-Rex and get back to our testing. So I'm trying to get the torpor down to a fairly decent level, about half or so, somewhere in the neighborhood. And that'll give us a lot less, or give us a better idea of what's actually, the Drake's actually doing with each attack. So let's get the Drake back in position. The T-Rex took a little more damage, so we already know what the damage is between the two attacks from the testing dummy. As you can see, its torpor's gone down a little bit, but not fast enough for me. We want to do this while it's still daylight, so we brought some more stimulants, and just going to start pumping those with a macro. If you'd like to know what I'm using for that, I have a Razer mouse, gaming mouse, and you have software that you can install with it from Razer that gets it, that lets you assign different buttons for macros. So I have one button that's set up to do 20 clicks whenever I use it, so it can speed feed or speed heal, and that's what we're using. Since it's on my private PvE server, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so torpor's down a little bit. I want to check for baddies a little bit because a lot of nasty things do spawn in this area. I have a lot of Sarcos and Spinos both. So we're down to 11,020. Let's see, 10,009. Okay, so I'll say 10,900. Oh, check the engine, make sure. Yep. Let's give it a few more just to get it down a little bit lower. I just don't want the torpor maxing out while we're testing. That way we don't have to break between the two tests and we can do it continuously. So 10,650. 10,600. Okay. So 10,600, that's going to be our starting. It's actually a little lower. Oh. Yep, still going down. So 10,500. That's going to be our base. So we're doing the first attack. So fire breath. Let's go see what the torpor is. So 10,500 was our start. Okay, now we're back up to 12,900. So the fire breath did 22,400, give or take a few points. And now the bite. So we were at 12.8. Let go, Drake. Let go. Thank you. Okay, so now we're up to 14.8, so roughly 2,000. So the torpor, the fire breath, does more poison and less damage. The bite does more melee and less torpor. Alright, so I don't think we need our test subject anymore, so let's dispose of it because it is pretty close to my base. Plus a little bit extra XP for this dragon, which help level it up a little more. Actually leaving this with low melee because I use it for taming smaller critters. My other dragons will kill. So back up here where we placed our training dummy. So again, the bite, 2012. The fire, 251. So the melee, as we've seen, does less torpor and more damage. And the fire does less damage and more torpor. Alright, so thank you very much for joining me. As always, if you like this video, give me an epic smash on the like. And we'll be back for more. And if you want more, subscribe. I'll be bringing out more Ark Annunaki videos as I can. Hopefully start getting this on a regular schedule for my subscribers. And thank you very much for all you who have subscribed.